ask you a question.
And I'll answer it as long as it ain't gay or federal.
Well, I was gonna ask you a gay question. But
I know. I just say that all the time, just to be funny.
Listen, I was gonna ask you a gay, but now I'm not because you said. I'm just waiting. Okay. Mm-hmm. I recently sat down with Tay Savage's manager from Muslimatic, and we talked about your interview with Blasian Doll and Tay Savage, and I asked him how he felt about Blasian Doll going on Clubhouse and saying that Tay was still dying. That's what she said, right? Yeah. So I asked him about that. What did you think about that? Because you orchestrated the interview, you put it all together. How did you feel when you heard her kind of renege on the whole situation?
I was disappointed in her.
Okay. You were disappointed. Why were you disappointed?
Prior to the interview, we spent months talking about it, and I told her situations like this was going to happen, but avoid it at all times and don't fall into the trap. Even during the interview, me and Tay told her, stop responding to a lot of shit and stop trying to have that unnecessary pride. Blasian Doll did not have to do that. Did not have to put herself in that clubhouse room. At any second, she could have just left the clubhouse chat. But she's gonna do whatever she want to do, and that's on her.
Do you feel like it undermined the work that you did?
Definitely. I'm like, I don't know if you noticed, but I don't even talk about the interview no more. That single comment destroyed everything that interview was meant to be.
Have you talked to her about it?
No.
Are you going to?
No. I have no intention. At the end of the day, she know what she said. And at the end of the day, she should know me well enough to understand and know how I feel. And at the end of the day, I can understand how she feels, but at the end of the day, I don't give a shit. We talked about this. So she knows better. It's one thing when you just fall into a trap, but it's another when you know better and you still choose to do what you want to do anyway.
So how did the whole thing even come together? Was it pulling teeth?
Nah. They both wanted it in their hearts. I was not going to have nobody do nothing that they didn't want to do. Only way this was going to happen is if you wanted to. Not a dime was going to get paid because money does not dictate everything. And on top of that, money can't change the past. And on top of that, I wasn't going to I had to give valuable reasons and valuable explanations to why this would be good. And on top of that, she for herself wanted to change and be positive. But at the same time, knowing her, it's certain things that surrounds her that she's trying to escape.
Like what?
That's the best answer I can give you. I'm not
like what?
That will involve me putting her business out
there. Okay. Yeah. We don't need to do that.
Yeah, and I'll never do that to anybody. Everything that me and her know, on our friendship, quote unquote, relationship that we have. That's everything that we ever talk about is always going to stay with.
So you haven't talked to her about it? How it hurt you?
No, and I have no intention on doing so.
Is this the first time she's going to hear about it?
If she, I don't know why she needs to hear about it when she could just know me as a person and know that I could feel a certain way about it.
Well, if she hears this, what would you like her to know?
She can talk to me herself and find out.
Okay. Next question.
Hey, you're the one that's asking. Anything else?
Nah, I mean, everyone's disappointed because at the end of the day, it looked good for both parties, and for anybody to walk back on what they said about being genuine, it doesn't look good.
The only person who was going to walk back was her. Anything Tay does, he stands on it. He never took back anything he did.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, for the most important question of all, and that's TCW feedback, the Chicago Wave feedback. Yeah, this is going to be one of my favorite interviews. And this is something I can actually say I can enjoy. You know, Drea, you've been doing this longer than I have. For you to sit here is an honor. It's a blessing. And it's something that I appreciate. Mm-hmm. And I ain't going to lie. I ain't going to have another like this. So, yeah,
Let me know he tell everybody that he be telling everybody this. Let me know.
Not really.
You be telling everybody.
No, it's a select few. I'll say it like this, but this is something that I actually will try.
Well, I love you. Already know. You already know.
Yeah. So yeah, you definitely do support the Chicago Wave for everything that's about. But the real question is, why do you support the Chicago Wave overall?
Why do I support the Chicago Wave? Well, you are very consistent. So when it comes down to me traveling the world and connecting with all these different people, when I say I'm from Chicago and they're like, oh, what's your city like or what's going on there? I'm able to pinpoint a page that I can tell them to tune into to get a feel of what's going on the music side, on the culture. Like, you're starting to like post all kinds of different so it's cool for me to be able to be like, oh, I know somebody that's actively posting, that's posting more than anybody else, that's gonna have their page refreshed and ready to go if I tell somebody to go there. So why I like the Chicago Wave is because you're consistent and you're constantly on the grind of showing people new stuff. So if I tell somebody like, oh, you want to see what's going on in Chicago, go to the Chicago Wave page. You probably posted like 4 hours ago. And it's probably some random artist that no one's ever heard of that we can now get to know. It's all kinds of new people, new music. And I love that because I'm constantly listening to new artists. It's so crazy because the struggling new artists feel like, oh, nobody's listening to me. I'm not getting any attention. I listen to so many artists. You might not ever know that I listen to you because if you're ready and I hear it, then I'm gonna reach out. But if you're not, then I don't. But I listen to independent artists all the time. People might send me music and you don't even know that I listen to it. I literally will open it up and listen to it. So that's why I like your page.
For sure.
Yeah.
Now, is there anything that you would say needs to be improved when it comes down to the wave?
Is there anything that needs to be improved? Are there certain people that you don't post because you don't like them?
It's certain people that I don't.
Do you have a block page? Do you have a page or do you have a list of people that you don't post because you don't like them?
I have a list of people that I don't post because they decided to grow the balls to disrespect me.
Cool. Do you want to name? Can you name any of them?
No, because these are people I'm going to see in person. I'm going to confront, and 9 times out of 10, they're not going to stand on anything they say. But if they do think they're going to stand on anything they say, we're going to see how long they will in that moment.
Okay. So if there's anything that I'm not going to say I don't like it. It's because it's your page. I can't tell you what to do. But if you have personal vendettas against
I don't have no vendetta against nobody. I will post whoever I want, whenever I want, and no one could tell me not to. But if you're somebody who I was at one point in time posted, or someone that I haven't posted yet, or someone that may see who I post, and you might not like the person that I post, but you don't like that I'm posting that person, and you prefer me post you, at the end of the day, take anything out on me. You're crazy as hell. And you crazy as hell if you think you're going to disrespect me and I'm going to give you any type of shine. No. If you don't like what I do, either you keep it to yourself or you make a suggestion, but you don't tell me what to do. And you don't disrespect me. Because at the end of the day, I'm someone who's here to push and support. If you're gonna be disrespectful to or someone who has no other intention other than to support you, then why should you even have the nerve to stand in front of me? So no, I'm not going to support anyone that disrespects me. One thing I learned that a lot of people, they look at bloggers and take them as a person, as a joke. You're not going to take me as a joke. I'm a man at the end of the day. You're going to respect me, and I'm going to respect you, and I'm never going to disrespect you first. And I'm never going to disrespect you, period. But anything that happens in a negative way in regards to our relationship is going to be because you started it, not me. Anyways, any final remarks, any final comments, anyone get a chance to let people know?
No, but just follow along, Drea O, everywhere you go. And, you know, I'm going to be streaming. Follow my YouTube channel. It's going to be all kinds of different content on there. Drea O Show, DreaOShow, Drea O Show. Yeah. Drea O everywhere you go on Instagram. And then Drea O Show on Instagram as well.
For sure.
Stay tuned. We're going to check back in anyway.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Shout out to Chicago Wave.
For sure. And you will always refer to be a part of the Chicago Wave. We can get part 2 going on. And I'll see you in the streets of Chicago if I ever see you. If you come back from New York. Ciao.
Chicago Wave, what's your message to the youth?
There's a million things I could say to them. But if there's one thing that they need to know that I feel like they should know, I'm here for them.